You're live.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Don from UploadVR, and it's Friday, and you know what that means. Time to let our hair down a little bit and end the week with a little bit of game streaming. We've been having a lot of fun the last couple of Fridays. I've got Beck in my ear today, as usual. She's up in the sky checking your comments, questions, and concerns, and making some commentary of her own. We had a great time getting scared last week playing Silent Slayer Vault of the Vampire. And again, wanted to thank our generous patron AD for all of his donations last week to play that game and to quit playing that game. So this week, I thought we'd change it up a little bit and do some of the new shooters that have just dropped this week. So today we're going to be checking out a little bit of the campaign mode for Spatial Ops. And then in the back half of the game, we're going to shift it up and come out of mixed reality and check out a new virtual reality shooter that just dropped yesterday called By Grit Alone. And, that's going to be my first time playing the game outside of just making sure that it ran. So I'm excited to see this one. I was a huge Dead Space fan back in the day. And according to the review on UploadVR.com, we've got a lot of Dead Space vibes in this one. So, all right, I guess we're ready to kick it off. Beck, how are you doing this week?
I'm doing really well. Very
Good,
busy with all
good.
the prep for the showcase that's coming up on December
Yeah.
5th.
Well, that's what I was hoping you'd mention. So we do have a big showcase coming up, and lots of stuff going on behind the scenes for that. So guys, mark your calendars, December 5th. It's going to be a good day to check out Upload and see all the new stuff coming your way. But for today, we're going to check out this new stuff. So, all right. I'm going to just jump back into the campaign mode here. I had been playing this just the other day. I've gotten past the first mission. So if you're trying to watch this today for story, we're not really doing that. We're just going to run and gun and kind of show you a little bit of the game. And then, of course, like I said, about midway through the stream, we're going to shift gears and go into playing By Grit Alone in virtual reality. And I'm going to real quick kind of do a couple of resets here. Yes, perfect. I like getting this lined up because it actually aligns perfectly with my little play area here. And you will see a wire when I look down today. That does help us to stream a little more accurately. And I'm sorry if you are seeing a little bit of screen tear. Everything's been working up until now. I did just get the V72 update for my Quest. At some point when we switch games, you might see a little bit of that new UI if you haven't already. So that's a little bit of the same, a little different. So, all right, so there we go. Just wanted to make sure my guns are working. Just bought a shotgun. Let's go to the briefing.
We believe the hypercargo train is headed to where Hatchet Corp is sourcing their
Not the
kryptonite.
hypercargo train.
If we can pinpoint that location, we might disrupt their operations and learn more about their plans. Your primary objective is to hack the train mainframe and extract the destination coordinates. Get ready, operative. You got a ticket to ride.
All right. You know what'd be awesome is like I could do the shooting and you could do the hacking from like the like my person in my ear Avenger style kind of thing. So
That'd be pretty neat.
right, here we go.
Multiplayer.
Yeah, that would be an interesting multiplayer angle for this. Now I will tell you we are playing the single player today, but oh, there we go. All right. Ooh, okay. Now I got to comment on this too. Something about this game gets me weak in my knees because these moving scenes taking up most of one of my walls actually makes me feel sort of like my living room is moving forward here. And Missy, you probably want to move, sweetie. We got our trusty VR dog Missy here with us again today. Nugget's sleeping over there on the couch as usual. So bear with me. Again, this is real life happening in my house. You are seeing through my headset today. So you may have some disruptions. We may have some kids coming home from school. We may have some dogs walking through the scene. But you know what? It's all part of mixed reality, right? The fact that we play these games in our own spaces. So Spatial Ops, obviously a cover shooter. You probably won't see me duck and cover very much because, old fat guy with bad back. But try not to Leroy Jenkins too much here. I'll tell you, this is just making me feel like this is like the best of an arcade shooter. I mean, I could so imagine playing this in an LBE as a location-based entertainment property. But of course, the real magic in this game happens, and I really wish that's something we could show when you have friends with Quest headsets as well, because it offers co-location. And so you can literally set up a big play area. Oh, these guys got shields. Aha! Shot you right through your little shield windows. Cool. But yeah, I would love to see this in co-location. Whoa, he's like right up on me. Hey, bud. Gotcha. All right. There we go. So again, if you're just joining the stream, we're playing Spatial Ops for the first half. Oh, I love how the portals open up in my ceiling too. That is just great. We're playing Spatial Ops for the first half of the stream today, and then we're going to shift gears and go into virtual reality around the midway point and check out By Grid Alone. But I will say, I've been having so much fun playing Spatial Ops. Oh, I did. Okay. Like I said, this is just bringing home that feeling that I'm like at a location-based thing. I mean, this would be perfect to set up in a VR arcade. Okay, restart from checkpoint. No, Missy. You just came in. You don't need to go out. Go. And Beck has temporarily stepped away, so if you are out there making any comments, we'll get to those as soon as she comes back, guys. Until then, I'm just going to play. No, Missy, they're okay. They're not getting me. It's so funny how when I play, my dog here gets so hyper excited that she thinks somebody's actually trying to attack me. I think the best example we had on that was 2 or 3 weeks ago when we did the first mixed reality stream, and I was playing Guardian of Realms. I was in here sword fighting, and she was just thinking something was going on. Oh, this guy's got a sniper rifle. Hit you. I'm loving the sense of motion I'm getting from this. Ah. Oh, and that guy was like right in my room with me. So you definitely want to keep an eye on all of the different vectors here, because things can come at you from any direction at any moment. The game is pretty good about alerting you that you've got something coming in. Oh man, I need some health. Come on. Died again. All right, so Beck's back. So, hey, Beck, do we have anybody watching today? Any comments that we should address?
Of course, we have diehard fans all the time. Daniel Leeper's
Nice.
here making jokes.
Daniel. Hey.
Nothing too funny though. Like, you know.
Okay. Right
Not
on.
Suspicious is here.
Not Suspicious. Thank you so much for joining us.
And Inferno 9.
Inferno 9. Thank you for coming by the stream today. All right. Oh, those guys like got right up on you, man.
Oh, Zach McCracken's here.
Hey, Zach McCracken, what's going on, buddy? Thank you so much for coming by to check out what we do here on Fridays. And for anybody who is joining the stream silently out there, happy Friday to you. Again, if you're not familiar with what we're doing here on Fridays now, we are streaming some games again on UploadVR. We just thought kind of a fun way to end your week. I know a lot of people out there are just hours away from ending their work days, depending on which of the many time zones you are in. If you are here in the US, Come on, pop your head up. Reload. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at you.
That car is coming down. Watch out.
No, I need that health. I need that health is what I need. Yes. All right, now we're full up. Now I will say, it's kind of nice to play this and take a little break from the game that has been consuming my existence the last few days, which is obviously Flight Simulator 2024. If you guys haven't seen that yet, I just dropped our first impressions onto the site this morning. Please go check that out. I got to tell you, it was a hard-fought battle getting into the game. But once you get in there and you find your settings and you get them dialed just right, that's behind me. It is a magical, I mean, absolutely magical feeling flying over this digital twin of our own planet. And obviously, when we had that with Flight Simulator 2020, but there's just something about the 2024 release. Even though the graphics are just a kind of, I don't know, some people are saying marginal improvement. I think once you get it to VR Ultra, they are exquisite. I mean, they just look fantastic. But it just, I don't know, there's something about it that it just feels more real to me when I'm flying. So if you haven't checked that out, again, just drop the impressions. We got a cool video that I dropped, kind of was in a Sinatra mood, so go to the channel and check those out, or the website.
Don,
Damn it! Damn Hatchet Corp.
Daniel asks,
What
is this? I missed the bit where Don was talking about co-location for this game.
Yes.
Does it have it
yes,
or not?
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely it does. In fact, this is probably one of the premier games that does have co-location, that if you have some friends with quests, you really want to find a big area. I know literally on VR Download on Thursday, during the conversation, someone in the chat brought up that they were actually about to go rent a space to go and play this with their friends, so that it could be more like a location-based entertainment kind of thing. Currently, the single player, like I've been saying, feels very location-based arcade shooter. You know, having me stand in this kind of area, and then I've got all the portals coming from different angles and different areas around me. But the real bread and butter of this game is if you can play it in multiplayer with your friends. So what am I doing? I keep forgetting I got a shotgun.
You need to stop forgetting about the shotgun.
Well,
You were
you
so
know, I do
excited
need to
for
stop
it.
forgetting. I was so excited for it, right?
Yeah.
Sort of logistics hub. There should
I'm gonna shoot him gangster style.
press forward, operative.
Well, no, you don't press forward because you don't actually move in this game, lady, but thank you for the advice. I love the wonky IK too sometimes.
Yeah.
There is nothing better in the world than bad ragdoll, or I wouldn't say bad, messed up ragdoll in a game.
Yeah.
I remember back in the day just sitting there with my wife side-seating games with me. Yeah. Like we would like find something where you could pick up an enemy and just play with them and mess with the ragdoll, and it was like her favorite thing in the world. Crack her up every time. Oh, I love how you can see through the shields.
That's
Oh,
cool.
come on, I'm like exposed. Come on. Oh, this would also, I didn't even think about that. This would also be a really good game to pull out my Provolver, the little gun haptic thing from B Haptics. Where are we at? You get the sniper rifle next. Oh my God, they're like right on me.
That was intense.
Oh.
Shot his legs.
Oh, they did. Ah,
Wait, why'd you fail?
all right, wearing the hoodie today, probably a bad idea. It's kind of getting
Yeah.
hot in here.
It sounds like it's pretty intense. I mean, it looks really intense.
And, it is, and even though you're not moving a lot, in like a bigger space, the fact that you're having to twist and move and look and up and all of that really gets you going. So, all right, here we go. You guys gonna hear me talk to my Google. Hey Google, set the fan speed to 100.
Oh my gosh.
All right, there we go. Ah, much better. This also brings up, newbie tips. We've got a lot of people coming online into VR for the very first time with Quest 3S and with the holidays coming up. Something that those of us who have been around for a while will recommend is get you a good necklace fan. I know it sounds weird. There are these little fans that you can wear, or at least this is my pro tip. There are these little fans that you can wear around your neck, and they blow air up at your face. And like right now, I'm using the Bobo Pro strap, which has the fan built into it.
Oh my gosh.
But that blows down on your face. Then you have the necklace fan blowing up on your face, and you won't sweat, and your lenses don't fog up as much.
I can't think of anything worse than having wind blowing directly at my face.
Oh God, it feels great. Well, I can't sleep without it. I'm that guy that has to have a fan.
Yeah.
My wife had to adapt over several years.
I mean, I like a
Like
fan.
I have to have a fan on high, blowing
But
right
not
in
at
my
your
face, or I can't
face.
sleep. Oh God, on my face, like in high, like a box fan is my favorite. Like just fully, like I'm in a wind tunnel sleeping. It'd be great.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I think part of it is because I have tinnitus, so the white noise blends with
Yeah,
the
but
air.
again, I like the white noise, and I like the fan. I like being cool, but directly at your face is the thing I find
so
crazy.
you're trying to say I'm a weirdo here? No.
I mean,
so-
yeah, but that's not news.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Um,
Exactly. That's not news. Exactly. We all know that. I've been
Yeah.
here almost a year now.
Inferno 9 is
No,
saying
IOI.
that
IOI. We're going to IOI. This is not good. Oh, that's 101. Never mind.
Inferno
send
9
it.
saying that the fan blowing at your face helps with motion sickness as well.
It
for
does,
playing
and
in
that's
VR.
that is actually the first reason that we got them, because my wife is extremely susceptible to motion sickness, or not really. I don't want to call it motion sickness. I do call it VR sickness, because there is a slight difference between traditional motion sickness and what you're experiencing in VR. So, because
What-
from
what do you think
I like
that
the fact you
difference
shoot
is?
out the windows. Well, I'm not going to get all scientific about it, because I can't speak to that. I can tell you that I do remember back in the day reading. Oh, did that guy just come in my room? Whoa! I didn't know they could do that. Oh, I do have health. There we go. Give me my health. But I do remember reading. And this is the most basic thing I can say. Okay, so like with the VR sickness, what happens is you're getting a disconnect in your vestibular system. I'm going to try to use big words here, and please somebody call me out if I am not right on this. But again, this is just something I remember reading on Reddit way back in the day when all of this craziness started with 6th-off tracking and getting up and walking around your room. But what happens is your eyes and the fluid in your inner ears don't mesh, and your eyes are saying, "Hey, I'm moving," and the fluid in your inner ears is going, "No, buddy, no, you're not. You're standing still." And that all of a sudden triggers this something ancient in your brain to think you had eaten bad berries and poisoned yourself, and you need to throw up and go lay down. So.
I think that's kind of interesting though, because it seems like I could make a joke right now about how VR sickness is all in your head.
Yeah, okay, it is. But it is real, and it is horrible, and I very much sympathize for anyone who suffers from that and can't fully enjoy this, because I preach it all the time. I'm the old guy of VR. I've been doing this for now coming up on 26 years, if you can believe that. And I just don't get sick anymore. It takes some really, really, really poorly optimized games to make me feel ill when I'm in VR. And a lot of times that only happens if I'm like doing something in a motion simulator and there's sort of weird disconnect going on, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, oh God, did you see that? That went like right in my eye. That was actually, I felt that.
I like that the TV screen is displaying what you're seeing. That's cool.
Right. I usually have our logo up there, but oh my God, I am dripping like sweat down my face right now. It is insane. So I think in between games, I might have to take this hoodie off. But it's my favorite one. It's my Oculus hoodie that actually still has the Oculus logo on it.
Wow.
I
You
know.
know what? I have a pretty cool nostalgia item.
What's that?
When Y2K was happening, a lot of companies had emergency packs made as promotion materials. So I have one from the Canadian Imperial Bank that was given to my dad. It was a little backpack with first aid stuff and a flashlight and a water bottle to say, like, if everything goes to crap for Y2K, here's a survival kit.
That's awesome. Yeah, everything's gonna be like, horribly and apocalyptic, but hey, here's a bottle of water.
Exactly. That's 100%.
Does it purify the water? Does it, from when the nuclear bombs dropped after the missiles were launched because they didn't know what year it was?
No. And I love, the first aid kit with the band-aids. Not really gonna help.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, one of my favorite things that I own is this stupid backpack that was given to people.
Nice.
By
that
a
is
bank,
awesome.
by the way. Anyway, I wasn't around for Oculus, so I can't have any Oculus nostalgia stuff.
You weren't? Oh, yeah, that was the I don't know, it was the most insane, exciting time for VR enthusiasts. I just, as somebody who had been in the scene forever, I mean, I'll never forget starting to see those initial conversations on the MTBS 3D message boards between Palmer and John Carmack. And oh, hey, I failed again?
John, are you sure you've been doing this for 26 years? Because
yeah, because I suck at it, right? No, it's because I'm sitting here talking to you and talking to everybody. I'm not paying attention, and I'm killing myself with this hoodie on. I got to take this thing off. I'm dying. So how long have we been going, actually? Because remember, we're going to do
25 minutes.
25 minutes. So we got one more round of this, and then we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to drop this hoodie off, and then we're going to switch games. How's that sound? So any interesting questions or comments to respond to at this point?
Interesting? I mean, they're just from Daniel Lieber. Haha.
Well, did he
Daniel?
Just kidding.
Daniel's
we don't require that. I'm just making the same joke Ian makes.
I know. So talking about motion sickness mostly, and complaining about England. Inferno 9 has to go to class and to work, so they have to head off.
But we're much more interesting, Inferno. So
Exactly.
Just tell your boss you have to watch us on your phone.
Yeah.
So.
King of Cringe said, "Sorry if this is a dumb question, but does he see his hands through the game hands?"
Not through the game hands. No, I do not. I kind of do, but this game is actually doing a pretty good job of mapping them over my real hands, as you can kind of try to show you here. There you go.
Oh,
as I'm getting shot, as I show people my hands. Look at my hands. Look at my hands, everybody. Wait. We can dance. Everybody look at their hands. Yeah. So, all right. So sorry.
That's
You
fine.
knew the nostalgia references were going to start eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one more time because I was looking at my hands and I wasn't paying attention. And then after that, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause so that I can shuck this sweatshirt here. And
Switch games.
then we will start checking out By Grid Alone, which will not be in mixed reality. So you guys will not be able to see my dirty living room or my dogs so any longer.
I find it so
I'm sure my wife will
strange
be happy about that.
the ways that people think of their houses as dirty, because I I grew up in a town that
Cluttered.
had like half people who lived in trailers, half like $1 million houses, and there was like
Oh, I grew up in a trailer.
5,000 residents. So there was a pretty good mixture of houses I went to. Um, and yeah, people with fireplaces like yours usually consider any like a blanket that's askew
I'm
to
just
be
like that in
untidy.
general. I don't know. I'm just like now. Funny thing is though, is like you've seen okay. So I talk about my house like that, but
Yeah.
you have seen my folder structure on Google Drive, so
Yeah.
you know that
Computer messy.
yeah. I'm computer messy, but I'm real world. I'm real world
Neat.
non clutter.
Mhm. And
Man, I said
then
it earlier, but I just real quick. I just got to comment once again. The sense of motion I get in this game is insane. Even though you're standing still, just these moving scenes, they have them perfectly aligned in your field of vision
yeah,
to where it really does start to make like you kind of feel like your room is moving like this train,
yeah.
but not in an uncomfortable way in any way. Oh, I love their sounds. Ah, load.
Be careful.
Oh, I need some help. They probably had health. All right, checkpoint.
Jadranko from VR Catalans is saying they're loving this game, but struggling to get all the crystals from this level. There's about
Yeah, this is.
1,500, but getting
I was gonna say
700
it's
or
difficult.
less. I mean,
Yeah, I noticed that the other night. It is there's so much action coming at you, and you really have a limited time in order to get those pickups.
I like when it goes right above you.
Yeah, I do too. I love mixed reality that uses that as a tool where they have multiple portals. Like the first time I remember seeing that and it kind of blowing my mind was
Yeah.
Ocean Rift, where I would set
yeah.
the aquarium up.
Uh, uh,
I'm not left-handed.
uh.
Oh, and you can't switch weapons that way. Okay, shotgun works good for those guys.
All right. Ooh, Daniel
But
Lieber gave us a little donation.
Oh, well, that means he controls some more.
99 euros. Yeah.
So
Do your
there
trolling,
you
Daniel.
go. Yeah, you're good to troll, buddy. Oh, reload. Damn it, reload.
No.
Oh, all right, there you have it. Okay, so I think, as we said we would, let's switch games.
Mhm.
And whew, I need a breather. All right, so now if all this works, you guys should just see my Quest desktop here, or well, my
Mhm.
mixed reality. Ooh, I ought to do that. I ought to load up my actual.
Not right now.
Huh? No, it's my home screen because it's the
Yeah.
Enterprise D. I sit in Picard's chair and look at the view screen and put this where the view screen is. So, um, and for those of you who might be new to the scene and don't know, you can get lots of cool desktops or I'm sorry, environments for your quest just simply by going to SideQuest. So, all right, for just 1 second, and God, I hope this doesn't screw anything up. We are going to. Oh no, my headphones are trapped in the wire here. Hold on. We are going to switch games, and there we go. Headphones just came off. Take off this Oculus hoodie because I am sweating to death.
I've put up a black screen so they can hear you, but they're
Is
not
the
going to be able to watch you change your sweater. That's
camera
just
there?
it's just for anyone watching. It's pointed at the floor right now. I can just see
Yeah.
handsets on the floor.
Yeah.
Hot mic. That's true. Don't say anything incriminating.
No, never would. Never would. I am a professional. Don't attempt this.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I have not seen a headset sweat since I used to be the fitness crazy. Cool. All right.
Woo-wee.
Okay, I am back in headset.
Beautiful. Okay,
And
screen's up
I
again.
don't think
Look at that
I was
infinity
gonna
mirror.
say. I know. That's what you guys I see. Ooh. So all right. Ooh, my headphones are a little soggy.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, I guess that shows right there. There's a little bit of fitness potential in
Spatial Ops.
spatial ops. Yeah, sorry, got distracted here as my controller battery door came off there. So
Mm.
all right, so now on to our next game for today. And guys, let us know in the comments if you enjoy us switching games, if you would prefer us to stick with just one game on Fridays so that it's not disruptive where we change games like this. But we're definitely pushing towards being able to do that more often. So, okay, interestingly enough, I'm not hearing any audio.
I'm hearing a teeny tiny
Oh
bit.
no, I am. I just had to
Yeah,
turn it up. I think
I
it's really
was worried
quiet
about
in
that
here.
as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just really quiet in here. Okay. All right, so here we go. And like I said, I have only played this far enough just to make sure that it is working. So this is just shortly past the prologue of the game. So currently we're kind of in a low gravity situation here. And we got to do some platforming, and the only weapon I have is these grenades that will stick to things and blow them up to move them out of my way. So graphically, it's definitely stylized. This is kind of got that cartoony, stylized look that we've seen a lot on Quest. And I understand why developers do that. That plays to the strengths of the Quest 3 and 3S's screens and lenses here. Um, but as it has been noted in a few different reviews that I've seen, the graphic style is not for everyone. Sometimes,
Mm.
when people play these types of games, I did see a couple places where people said that they had really hoped that it was going to be a little more realistic looking for the horror aspects and things like that. But
Yeah.
I personally kind of like it. I mean, I love colorful graphic styles like this. So um, let's see. To do my part, what? Oh, that's the other game that was this
Mm.
week. Ah, oh, I just got hit by the fire. Okay, so let's crank the door.
Daniel was saying that keeping them shorter is a good way to go, giving a taste for
Okay.
the game, not giving too much away.
Okay. Cool. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? What's a good format for that? Because, like I said, we always love our audience's
You're
feedback on
dead
stuff like this.
already.
Because I'm talking, I'm not paying attention. Well, here we go. Here, I'll just play and you talk. How's that?
No, I don't have it. You're the talky person. You got
I'm
all
the
the
talking
info
guy.
in your brain.
Yeah, I know. In my brain,
Yeah.
I see it every night in my head movies. It never stops. So, Um, okay. What was I talking about? I lost my train of thought.
On whether we should play only a little bit of a game or
No,
do a
no, that's what I was
full
saying.
like playthrough.
We
Yeah.
do like to get audience, feedback on stuff like this. I already listened to that. So, okay, so we've been debating on the format for the Friday streams, as we do with most of our shows. We kind of build these over the months until we get them right. And, so what do you guys think? One game for an hour, two or three games in 20-minute segments? Let us know in the comments. And virtual or mixed reality or a mixture of both.
Don,
So
that was a
there.
whole
Yeah.
survey. I
It was
am
a survey. I
I'm
know.
gonna say
Survey says. What?
I'm gonna do a survey in the chat though and
Ah!
ask
I got hit again.
if people
Okay.
want us to play 1 to 2 or 2 to 4. It should be 3 to 4.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's a time thing. Great. So far, time things in this game are not the best because the walking speed seems pretty slow. Oh, and I probably should have blown that up. And now that door's closed. Now I gotta go back.
I must say that these noises are possibly the worst noises to
The
hear
siren noise
in
in the
the
background.
history of the world. Yeah.
It sounds like red alert has been called. I'm like,
Yeah.
figuring I need to race to the bridge here and fire some photon torpedoes or something.
Like, I definitely get having that, but having it not stop the whole time?
Yeah.
It's a lot.
See, like, look how slow I'm moving. And I can't find any sort of a run. And it's like, oh, wait. Ah! So, now this game did just come out yesterday. And it's been in development for a bit. Crooks Peak sent me an email on this one recently. But I'm telling you right now, if I can't find it or if it doesn't start here later in the game, the first thing I'm going to call out is this needs a run. Because so far, one thing that really, really bothers me in games is when they are slow. I literally, if I have a run option, I will run the entire game. Don't you do it. Did you see that?
I did. Do you have to pull the lever down up and down more times?
You have to crank the lever, right? You have to crank it until it's fully, until it's full, and then you have to run across. Because there is no jump. I have not found any jump or any way to jump or sprint in the game so far. Again, though, I just fired it up for the very first time about 10 minutes before our stream today.
First
I think it's a
impressions.
matter of just really, this is the First Impressions Friday. I mean, that's what we originally were going to do on these streams.
Hey!
Got my Roomba there. All right, cool.
I think it was that last time you pumped it more times, so you like filled the battery up or something. Maybe.
We're here to pump you up. What? Okay.
Okay.
It never stops.
Yeah.
Wait, speaking of never stops, where's my... Oh.
There you go.
Okay, so the gun, a little basic. I mean, obviously this has some... insert energy cell. So those are my bullets as well. Okay.
Oh, no. Finished.
Oh, yeah. I scored 2. That's pathetic.
Good.
All right, now that I know what I'm supposed to do.
That's better than 0.
Well, it is. It is. Anything that's... What the hell? What killed me? I'm in a freaking firing range. What killed me? This robot? Oh, this fungus thing?
Well, I don't know. It seemed like
Among Us?
the firing range was poisoning you.
Is it?
I don't actually
All right,
know.
let's try it again.
This is my first time watching it go
All
as
right,
well.
I know it is.
Daniel asks, are we going to be switching it up with PSVR2 games?
Yeah, I do. I really do want to do that. We have actually got a capture card on my PC installed now, a really good one, the Elgato 4KX. And I have my PS5 and my PSVR2 ready to go. So soon we will actually dedicate a Friday stream just to PSVR2. I think we can do that.
And then Dutch Tiger saying, some games you have enough of it within 10 minutes. Other games you need a full 30 or an hour to really see what it's about.
This is
I
true.
think that's a good
Okay.
point. Like that,
That is a
the
good point.
first game is just really chaotic. You know, it's hard
How do you talk
to,
about Spatial Ops?
yeah, it's hard to chit chat together because it's just really intense and very fast. This game, little easier to handle now that the noise is gone.
I'm missing the Spatial Ops reload though. I'm telling you what. That's like I see because we played Spatial Ops. Do you see? I keep doing that. It's like because we just came out of one game, and it's like my feeble little brain is going, "Hey, you reload by like just flicking the gun down." Oh, I got to do the gun range every time. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. That if you die, you have to do this sequence again. I guess maybe I don't need to two-hand this weapon, which would make it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Get ready.
I think you've
guess
been
I ran
shooting
into
the button.
No, I ran into the button, so it doesn't look like it relies on your hand to press it.
Yeah.
Oh, and that aim is way off in this gun. I mean, I am aiming right down that sight, if you can see, and it is not hitting that thing. So again, I mean, oh, wait, I don't even see it shooting anything now.
Are you out?
Stop. Oh, well, it'll
Is
let me
that
go
what the
forward
X
now.
is?
No, the X is the target, I think. Yeah, because I got 7 shots.
Opizar says that the this game's really dark.
On the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you brighten it? Oh, I died.
Me? No.
Well, yeah, from OBS.
No.
You could bump up the brightness a little bit. No, we're not doing that.
I mean, I've never needed to do that.
I mean, it doesn't look too bright on. It doesn't look too dark on my monitor.
I don't want to change stuff while everything's going so well live.
You and me both. Yeah, you definitely have to aim up with this gun. The only times I remember seeing that is like back in the days when games used to be made for the old Vive wand controllers.
Yeah.
And the angle was off. Now that I just killed Floorbot. I didn't mean to kill you, buddy.
Oh no.
I'm sad. Now I'm sad. If you were there, if you had a pile of wreckage, I would kneel down and I would tell you nice things. Because you did your job and you did your job well, except for right here. You were kind of slacking on this.
Yeah.
I mean, the rest of these floors were clean.
Yeah.
It's probably why I shot you subliminally. I don't like clutter. Remember, we talked about that earlier.
Escape pod airlock seal malfunction detected. Please manually open the latch mechanisms to gain access.
I like the models on these flying bugs. They look kind of creepy. Especially when they get up in your face. Now, my lord, man, what's the difficulty set at this game?
Yeah.
Do we have? Let's look at options. We haven't looked at options. Let's see. So we got controller options here. Nice that is all turned offable. Smooth turning enabled. Oh, here we go. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, so you can play Aliens Can't Hurt You and Escape Pods Can't Explode. Gun Mega Damage. Ooh, one hit, one kill everything, including yourself. So real life mode there.
Okay.
Um, and then unlock everything. So, all right, very cool there. Go back into it. But no, no difficulty options, no controller options in this one. So looks like so far it's pretty basic here. I've got the ability to crouch on the Y button, and I've got the ability to stomp my foot that doesn't exist here
No legs.
on
Oh,
the
did you just
robot here.
explode that robot?
I did. I literally stomped a little Floribot there.
Oh
Um,
no.
again, I'm kind of angry with him for letting that, happen on my space station floor here, but
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but again, it's stuff like this. This is like
It's pretty
game development.
difficult.
Without putting
Yeah.
monotonous stuff in your games, though. That's what I'm talking about. It's like
Mhm.
if I did the gun range thing and I die after the gun range thing, don't make me do the gun range thing 50 freaking times until I finally get it right. Just
Yeah.
come on.
The first game I ever played was House of the Dead, which you will
Ooh,
know from arcades.
yeah,
But
of course.
it was actually my brother installed it on our PC at home, and I was super obsessed with trying to get to the very end. I never actually made it, um, but I remember that slog of just having to do the
Oh,
exact same thing over
yeah.
and over and over again. Um,
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I've always been a PC gamer, and I've
yeah.
been spoiled over the years that in most PC games, we've always been given the ability to just kind of save where we want,
Hmm.
at any point in the game. I've never been a huge fan of checkpoint-based saves. I
Hmm.
just want the ability to hit the menu and say save my game.
Yeah.
This is exactly where I stopped. This is exactly where I want to begin again.
Yeah.
So just a little rant there, but that's just, and for some people that may be different. I mean, everybody has their own individual and personalized play styles when it comes to games like this.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, the game is a survival game, so I guess it
it
makes
is.
sense that it's pretty
Oh,
difficult, especially while you're
here I
learning.
am. See, I'm trying to read this log, and I'm getting set upon here.
And you don't have very much health, it seems,
No, uh-uh.
because if you
I
get
also
hit by
found this
like
interesting too,
any
that
of the
like if
things.
you get if you get lost, you can hit the show path button. I don't
Mm,
know. In some ways, that kind of feels like I don't think that should be on unless you have difficulty levels.
mm-hmm.
So like I personally, part of the game for me would be fighting my way through,
Why are you choking to death?
because these things are getting me because they keep coming out
Oh,
that hole. I guess they just
jeez.
don't stop. So I guess it's just repetitive. I guess I just need to move on. Of course,
OPZR
now I
says
got to
that
do all
save
this again.
scumming is a crime. You're committing a crime.
Not committing a crime.
Yeah.
I grew up in the days of save often, save always, So, like, literally, you do something that was intense in a game, you stop and you save. Because I get hit right at the end. Now, what is getting me? Is it this thing? Maybe if I stand under that, it's like maybe it's dripping acid or something.
Escape pod airlock seal malfunction
I
detected.
think everything is
Manually
designed to
open the
kill
latch
you in this
mechanisms to gain access.
and choke you to death.
I'm noticed.
Poisoning, yeah, poisoning's the worst kind of way to die in a game. I hate it so much. I keep thinking someone at
All
your
right.
house is vacuuming.
Uh,
I keep
yeah,
forgetting
because it
about
does
that
sound like
robot.
it does sound like a vacuum.
Yeah. What?
I also don't like the fact that I can't just reload if I want to reload.
Yeah.
It's like I had to have the gun emptied in order to reload it.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right. Let's try to be real careful this time. I think I see what it wants me to do here.
Escape pod
Oh,
airlock
I like the
seal
fact that I can hit the
malfunction
button with the
detected.
gun.
Please manually open the latch mechanisms to gain access.
Yeah, shoot to. Okay. So it's just a matter of get through these bugs. And then.
Ah, but you can't.
Oh, it's these green clouds. You can't be in their little green death clouds
Yeah.
or it poisons you. Okay, that's evil.
Yeah.
Not only do I have to shoot them and kill them, I have to avoid their
Stream of
decaying little.
poison.
I don't dream of poison. It'd be horrible.
No, stream. The
Oh,
stream of
just a
poison.
dream of poison. I'm like, like what, like the '80s band, or like I saw them live. I guess I could have a dream about it.
Oh, no, you're dead.
So, welcome to our Friday boring stream where Don dies over and over again, trying to do the most simple task, which
This
ain't
game
very
is
simple.
very difficult to play, it seems.
It is.
I wouldn't have
It
gotten
needs
past the first part.
Well, actually, I'm already like, I'm already in like a couple of levels here.
Yeah.
But I think a couple of things. Obviously, again, you guys are not seeing me actually try to play because I'm not ducking and I'm here just talking to everybody on the stream.
Oh, good
So
excuse.
I'm not
good
going to kill you,
excuse.
buddy. Hey, you're doing a great job, but I really want you to clean that. Okay? Can you? Oh, fail. I should have been able to push him into it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, hold on. Since ammo seems to be marginally unlimited, I want to make sure I'm fully loaded this time.
Like, it's not enough that they attack you. They also choke you to death.
Yeah, I was going to say the choking part is the crappy part of all this. It's like having to avoid these like little vapor trails. All right. Where?
Careful.
Get in the airlock! Run!
Yay!
Run!
Oh, there's no running. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm literally trying. Run! Oh, cool effect.
Daniel
I love
Lieber says he
hologram.
thought that this was on a loop because we just kept seeing the same
That's what we do.
level like again.
We just recorded me dying over and over again and threw an AI voiceover over it. We're not real.
No.
No.
Upload.
We shut down on Thursdays. Everything that happens on Fridays isn't real. No. Just kidding. All right, there we go. Defense turrets. Okay, so now we've turned into a turret shooter. God, these guns don't fire very quickly. So, I gotta say, I'm not hating this game, but already I'm like, oh, okay. There we go.
It's kind of a specific style. Like it's
Yeah, it
difficult
really
to
is.
play, but that is its own kind of game.
I think what might be causing a little disappointment here is that, it was billed as kind of like, Dead Space-ish, and well, Dead Space, to me, that's on a whole other level. It's like there's a lot of story going on there, a lot of atmospheric horror. So far, what I'm seeing here is more akin, once again, to like an arcade wave shooter. With an extreme amount of difficulty and some jank in the guns here.
Yeah.
None of the gunplay is feeling satisfying in this.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that, but oh crap.
You're dead. I usually play games the first time on the easiest level, and then I move up the more I understand of the game.
I tend to do normal, just because, like, again, it doesn't show it here when we on Fridays and I'm doing something I've never played before, but and not concentrating. But usually I'm pretty good. So easy to me. I want something that presents me with somewhat of a challenge.
I almost only play games that are like narrative-driven games, which is why I don't.
And I respect that actually.
One of my favorite things to do
I respect that.
is in Witcher 3, you can change the difficulty whenever you want.
Okay.
So,
No, that's cool. So you get to
so
a hard boss fight, you can just dial it
you
down
can turn it down, yeah.
and
Um,
continue to just enjoy the game and the story. Okay, I like that
yeah.
actually.
And that's an
Because
example of a game that like I did not understand the first time I was playing it, and it was so difficult to understand the rhythm of what you were
yeah, oh
trying to
yeah,
do with the playing. Anyway,
yeah, I'd
that's not a
love
VR
to see The
game, sorry.
Witcher. I'd love to see it come to VR though.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I'd never actually played the games because, again, I
Oh, you
kind of
didn't?
got to the point where no, I got to the point where in 2015,
Mhm.
I kind of found the magic of virtual reality all over again and became so obsessed with it that I became that guy that I kind of stopped playing flat screen games.
Oh my
If it
gosh,
wasn't
Don.
virtual reality, had no interest in it, and here's why, and I'll tell you
That's
why. And it
crazy.
kind of goes back to what we were talking about a little earlier. My wife used to love to side seat game with me. And she used to love to watch me play like Call of Duty and things
Yeah.
that had like campaign and story, Dead Space, things like that. Um, well, at some point we'd sit there and we would try to do it, and I would literally start getting frustrated
Mhm.
because I'm moving my
Preparing
head
for deceleration in
and the
40.
scene's not looking where I look, and I'm aiming but I'm shooting without using my actual
Initiating
hands,
docking
and it
sequence.
just
Standby.
it felt wrong. I mean, it just started to feel wrong to me that the game was not allowing me to be a part of it, if that makes any sense. It was
It
allowing me to be an
does.
observer into that world, but not a participant in that world.
I
So VR has
understand,
spoiled me.
Docking complete.
but
Please
I
continue
do
to
need to say
disembark.
that I have like
This ship contains a powerful scanning
3,000
array.
hours banked
Access the nearest
playing and
computer terminal
replaying
so I
Witcher
can scan
3,
local
and
space
it
for
is
Oh
rescue.
yeah.
Be
known
advised,
as one
this
of the
religious vessel
best
is under
like narrative
investigation by the
Oh,
games
it
Modern
is.
Tax
Yeah, I
Authority.
ever.
cannot wait.
The crew may be uncooperative or hostile.
I'm going to play it as soon
Objective,
as somebody
scan
VR
local
mods it.
space for
It's one of
escort.
those, and here's the funny
Task,
thing.
reach a
I waited.
computer
Okay,
terminal to
Skyrim. I
interface with the
loved
ship's
Oblivion.
Yeah.
scanning array.
I played Oblivion. I even got my wife playing Oblivion when we were dating. It's like the first time, our first gaming
Mhm.
experience together, where she would play it. Oh man, I found this dungeon. Oh man, you got to go check out this. Skyrim came out. I played 5 minutes of it, but it was right around the time that VR was hitting, and we were starting to see some people looking into modding games like that and things like that. And Vorpix, I was heavy into Vorpix at the time. Ooh, oh, I
Mhm.
just blew myself up with a grenade as I talk. But I literally turned it off because I was like, I want to experience this world in VR so desperately. I am willing to wait and shelve this amazing game until I can. And lo and behold, several years later, there we have it. Bethesda comes out with Skyrim official and Fallout
Mhm.
4 official, and then it just got better and better and better. And now I'm sitting there in that world with 140 mods running in a cinematic universe in virtual reality that I couldn't even dream of. Walking through it on a catwalk with my own legs, it is visceral. So there
Mhm.
are times that if you are willing to wait for that experience, you can have a much deeper experience in that game, in a game that means a lot to you. So anyway,
Mhm.
that's my personal story there. So real quick, since we have kind of hit the end of a segment here, what's our runtime so far, Beck?
Oh, we're at a minute 30 left till an hour.
Okay, so I think we'll go ahead and cap it here.
Mhm.
We do try to keep these streams to about an hour, but I got to say, both games I am impressed with in different ways. Obviously, Spatial Ops is just insane resolution. You guys have knocked it out of the park with that. I
Mhm.
cannot wait until the time that I can get some friends, if I actually had local friends, to come over and put on a couple of my headsets and just run around in my backyard. Like the fun factor in that would be amazing. And then Crooks Peak here with Bike Rid Alone. So far, game is okay. Feels a little wave shootery, kind of a little arcadey, a little basic on the graphics. The gunplay, I'm gonna say, did not feel too satisfying. It just, I don't know, something about the gunplay feels really flat in this, but I am eager to explore farther into the game when we do actually start seeing some of the narrative elements and some of the horror.
Mhm.
I'm sorry that we couldn't get that far today, but this game is hard. and there's no difficulty level. So if you play it, just be prepared to die a lot. So,
Yeah.
Beth, do you have any last minute comments, questions, or concerns we need to address?
No, we do not. Um,
All right.
I just, yeah, I think both games. Well, By Grid Alone just came out, so there's
It
going to
did
be
yesterday.
time.
There is,
So
absolutely,
there's
and
definitely
Spatial
time for
Ops just came out
updates.
as well.
Oh
So, I
yeah,
mean, both
yeah, yeah, yeah.
games are new. That's why I wanted to play them this week. They are the two new shooters that kind of hit the
Mm-hmm.
storefront. So, we will be back again next Friday for another game stream. And if you don't mind, let us know in the comments if you liked what you're seeing today, and maybe give us some suggestions on games that you would like to see us stream on Fridays to end your week. But for me, for Beck, I want to thank all of you out there today. I also I never do it in the beginning because I always forget, and I'm going to try to do this off the top of my head. And if I miss somebody, I do want to thank our patrons, Mike Manzano, HoloNet, Podum, Smash Drums. I think they are Smash Drums,
They
but
are, yeah.
I know there's a couple more. And if I forgot you, I am so sorry. I'm going to literally start like writing that on my hand so I can see it because I'm
Yes,
not in the studio with notes today.
yes.
And then, of course, I want to thank all of you for coming by. I want to thank Beck for producing the stream. And I
Daniel
hope you guys
Leeper
have a
for
great weekend.
donating another two
I want to thank
dollars.
Daniel Leeper for donating to troll us some more. I think that maybe bought you one carryover to Gamescast. I'll tell Ian that we owe you one. So
Yes.
thanks again, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week for VR Gamescast on Tuesday, VR Download on Thursday, and VR Game Stream on Friday. We're out.